Snap. What's good? What's good? We're gonna give you another 30. Let's do another 30. One more 30. Alright, good morning, y'all. What up? Welcome to Stir the Pot. I'm your host, Ibn Ali, and this is a Dumb Loud production. I think something like that, right? That's how maybe the in the intro should go. Something like that. I would like to have some co-host up here with me at some point. I told you anybody's watching right now, we're going to Hobby Lobby yesterday to change, get everything done. And obviously Hobby Lobby was closed. So I went to TJ Maxx. Home Goods, they ain't have much. I went to Michael's, Ollie's, a bunch of stuff that really ain't have nothing. I did get this. Hold on. I did buy this for like $10 out of Ollie's. So this will go up on the wall anyway. Let's talk about the topic, right, wrong, or opinion. And I don't know if you got to see the title where it says is today's woman or I don't know, something about bodies. I don't know. Anyway, and again, this is the stuff that I'm coming across on the internet. I choose to make a post about it. These posts get crazy engagements. That way, I'm like, all right, well, this seemed like something we could talk about. So let me read what I put. I saw a video coming from a woman, younger woman. I say younger, maybe 30s or whatever. And what she said was the average 23-year-old girl has slept with more men than an average 50-year-old woman. So, with that being said, I saw that post, and for me, it made sense, right? Because I get it. So I figured, all right, let's put it up. And what it did was get a bunch of controversial comments or whatever the case may be. So let's speak on it. Now, why do I feel like that could be a very true statement? Well, because nowadays girls don't give a shit. That's why. Because girls have no couth nowadays. They have no. It's called hoe culture. Hoe culture. Hoe culture is real as hell. It's a real thing. They're proud to say. They're proud to do it. They're proud to say, y'all do it, we could do it. They even go as far as calling men whores and hoes and all of this kind of stuff. They use these terms like it means the same thing for men as it does for a woman. And like for example, I hate to bring this up because it was my topic, but I brought this topic up before where I said the train and the whole train versus threesome situation. Like the word train sounds a little down, derogatory, whatever the case may be. So girls will use the word threesome nowadays, and if that's what they want to do, that's their prerogative. Just know that although it's the same, it's not. But at the same time, let's not get back into that conversation. I just want to talk about the comment, the post I made yesterday where I said, well, it wasn't what I said, it was what I read. And then I just kind of translated it to you people on my platform. And shoot, I mean, how many engagements did this? How many this John got? Let me see. I don't know. Let me see. We can actually see when I just go to the page. How many? Hold on. Let's go to the page, y'all, and see exactly what kind of engagement this got. So 82 comments on this joint yesterday that I posted. The average 23-year-old girl has slept with more men than the average 53-year-old woman. Now, why did I say that tends, whether it's true or not, who knows? I don't know. I couldn't tell you if it's true or not because I'm not studying those sort of statistics, right? But it just seems like it could be true. Why? Because, like I said, whole culture is real nowadays. Women are proud to say they hoes. It is what it is. Not all, not all, but there's a group. There's a culture. It's there. You're not gonna sit up there and tell me it's not. It's there. So with that being said, I think it's true. Back in the day, being a hoe was you get teased, you get talked about, you get you know shamed. There's no shame. Put it like that. There you go. There's no more shame in being a hoe nowadays. There's no shame in being a hoe. And when I say hoe, I mean call it what you want. I'm not using that word in a derogatory way. I'm just using it to explain a certain activity, a certain type of activity. Like if I kept calling you a baller, we talking about ball, right? Like so you hoeing. Whether you selling it, you doing it for free, you doing it for acceptance, you doing it, whatever the case may be. Uh it's accepted nowadays. Whole culture is a thing where it's like, okay, you can do it. No one's gonna shame you. You're liberated. I'm liberated. Whatever the case, they speaking up saying that it's okay. And if that's what you want to do, that's who am I to judge you? Who am I to call your activities whatever? I can either choose to deal with you as a person or not. I'm not here to put you down. I'm just saying whole culture is real. So is that a true statement for or is that something you guys believe that a 23-year-old girl today has more activity in her entire life? Oh shit. Had more activity than a 53-year-old woman has had in her entire life. Hmm? Does that make sense to y'all? No, like nobody's gonna get on. I don't understand the purpose. I don't understand the purpose of tapping in if y'all not gonna engage. It's just more vocal nowadays. Isaac, I mean that's true, but it's I like Reed just said, I can see it because it's accepted nowadays. Like I mean, it's like I can go through some of these comments and some of the things that people were saying, and I'm probably gonna do that. But let me finish my my situation when I'm twisting. Right, y'all know my morning routine or my routine when I get on this joint. I get to rolling up. I mean, you're right, Reek. The older women could have just been more on the low, but and yes, we're not saying that there wasn't hoes back in the day. Of course, I mean, let's not forget, Reek. We come from the days of the Freaknik. We come from days of put it in your mouth. I say your mouth. The difference is between now and then is today is commercialized. Today is commercialized. Today that's what they want you to do. They put it in your face. They allow it to. They allow. See, remember back in the day we had BET Uncut. It came on 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. They hit it. If you up through 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you belong watching Uncut. But today, Uncut is on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It doesn't even. It's not even. It's on your phone. It's these kids have these devices. These girls have these devices. These boys have these devices. Promiscuity is like running rampant. Not that it always hasn't been, but it's so the access of it is so much easier nowadays. It's like boom, right in your face. And then you got whole culture. You got grown ass women telling little girls it's okay to sell your coochie, pop your coochie, collect money for your all of this stuff. Do you live liberated? Take your clothes off. You know what I'm saying? It's becoming more accessible to social media. Exactly, Winston. Exactly. So public though. Now though, I'm definitely say these younger women get old school beat. Got old school beat. I would say I would imagine. I would imagine so. So some of the comments was like, nah, that ain't what it is. Blah 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 blah. And it's just like, let's let me go to some of these comments because I was somebody said, well, if this is true, wouldn't the 53-year-old have more bodies? So what they're not using is their brain at this point. They're trying to say, oh, well, they were 23 once. Duh, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about today's 23-year-old versus 30 years ago's 23-year-old. That's all we're talking about there. So, someone else has said people just make stuff up, and I didn't make this up. What I did was saw a video of a girl saying it. Right? She said this. A woman, some young woman, and she said this, and I just tapped in. And when as soon as I was seeing it, I'm like, yo, that kind of makes sense. And I bet you, I mean, it makes sense. It just makes sense with what's going on in today's world. You're not going to sit up there and tell me that don't make sense to you. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. You're right, Tyreek. They could have hit it a whole lot more back in the day. There wasn't social media. There wasn't, there wasn't social media. So, and there was shame back in the day. Today there is no shame. If you want to be a slut, what shit. If you want to be any of those names, or you want to be any of that stuff, you know what I mean? It's accepted nowadays. Like you can. Matter of fact, I think is in New York. New York has made it legal for women to walk around with no shirt on. Like it's okay. There's no repercussions. There's no put your shirt on, go to jail. There's none of that shit. There's you just like the men. You can do that. Shonda said it's too early. Why, Shonda? It's not too early. Only difference is people are talking more. We kept it silent back in the day. It's not even. I don't. It was shamed back in the day, Isaac. It was shamed. It was that. That's the difference. So you may not act on it because your girlfriend, not men and women, but a female, her girlfriend, meaning like her friend, may be like, ew, you hoeing, ew. She gonna get shamed by it. Men gonna shame her. Her family gonna shame her. Today, it's accepted as usual. It's normal. Like it's normal. The music, every freaking song, almost any R&B singer or female rapper comes out with has to do with sex. Everyone. It's no more R&B music. Is no more love making. There's no more courting the woman. It's I can fuck your bitch. I can knock off your chick. I can knock off all these chicks. You see what I'm saying? Hustle culture is partially to blame. Getting money by any means necessary, bro. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know many men out there promoting sell your body. Like we'll buy it because it's on display and it's for sale. And men are men. Men do what they do. We ain't trying to take that home. We don't want to introduce that to our children, our parents, and none of that kind of stuff. Some men don't care. You know what I mean? Some men don't care. Some men do. Again, these are not. I'm just going on. I ain't saying no facts here. I'm going off of opinion. Exactly. Of course, I listen to Little Kim. No doubt. Yes, for sure. Lil Kim ain't 53 though. It started with the Little Kims of the world, to be honest with you. Shonda, let's be real. That's when it kind of started. That message where it's okay to do it. That's where it started. Foxy, exactly. Lil Kim. It started with that because if you go the generation before them, those pictures, and those are the only two you can name, more or less from that time, right? When you say tune in, Angela, you mean hop on or you gonna leave comments? You want me to bring you in? You tell me. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Just don't know the name or artist, but they've been. I'm trying to read that. It was Lil Kim. I mean, I remember Kaya, my neck, my back, my. But look, the difference is the accessibility to them songs. They weren't being pushed on radios like regular radio wasn't playing. Okay, yeah, leave your comment then. Okay, go ahead. It's just the access to it now is crazy. You see what I'm saying? Lil Kim started the Sexy Reds and the Nicki Minaj's and the Cardi B's and all of that. She started, yes. I know, I'm not knocking that. The likes, if you would, They started it. Yeah, they get the credit for that. But we're not necessarily talking about music. We're talking about, I'm just look at the difference between today's acceptance and 50 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a major difference. And if you're saying it's not, you got blockers on. You wearing blue blockers, fam. It's sad the attention women need. Exactly. It's the attention part, Angela. Thank you for tapping in on that part. You know what I'm saying? It's the attention part. And I got to witness it like firsthand where I just see women. We got to remember at the end of the day, we're two different speak, like we're two different. Although we're human beings, men and women, we're just completely different. You know what I mean? It's different, and it's not to put one down or lift the other up. It's just a difference. And women are very like it. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. For example, a woman or like men got these things. We got these in our phones, right? We got these in our hands all day, right? And we got Instagram, and then there's obviously what's on Instagram, half naked women every other stroll, right? So boom, you're seeing these half naked women, and you're desensitizing yourself to it because it's like you've seen it else. It's all ass, shaking titties, all that stuff on boats and beaches and all kinds of stuff, and you sit up there judging your life like, damn, I wish I had that, and it's all fake on their end anyway. But our women looking at us, looking at them, thinking that's what we want. So yes, our women, our girlfriends, wives, significant others looking at us men, thinking that's what we want because that's what we're double tapping. Let me see what she says. All right. The morals and respect fell off. Absolutely. Being born ain't cool. So these younger women are out more for attention. It's so easy for a man to hump on a chick now. Like a man wants a homebody girl, but so does a woman. I don't want no man bar hopping every day. It's whack. It also gives more potential to cheat too. You're right. I mean, nothing wrong there. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong there. I don't know if that has anything to do with the topic at hand, but for sure, all of these things have a lot to do with what's accepted nowadays. But what y'all not even realizing though is, and not y'all, just the world, I don't think, is there's a trap. The fact that a Cardi B or a Sexy Red is able to even exist in this world, it's a trap. If y'all don't see that, they're all right. Let's promote this promiscuity because this is who's putting it out. They look a certain way. This is who's you can't. This is who's putting it out, and this is who's going to listen to it. And if you don't see that, then it's hard to even talk to. It's hard to even get through to that person because there's an agenda, just like the other agenda. You know what I mean? There's an agenda. There's a destruction agenda, regardless. A destroy agenda, a misguide agenda from that community and music. You see what I'm saying? It's misguide them. It's feed them the bullshit so they can stay distracted because the community, there's no they're making people have a problem with the community, if you know what I'm saying. They'll make you have a problem with them because they're going to twist narratives and all of that. Same thing with this music, man. It's always been that way, sir. Good looking females always got a leg up in that department. Unfortunately, the media is pushing whole stuff. Yes, they're pushing whole stuff. That's what I mean. They're pushing the whole agenda. They are pushing the be a whole agenda. That's what I'm saying. Like when these records come to these music execs and they sit up there and say, all right, well, which one are we gonna push and make the people like? It's that one. It's the one that's like, sell your body. Talk. First, let's just talk about your body. Like that's the most important thing. Is your image, your physical image that's going to eventually break down. You know what I mean? It's eventually going to just be, you eventually get to my age and older where that shit doesn't mean much. It's like, yo, just, what means something? Real relationships, real bonds. So I got on here, and it's not going to be too long. I got to go to auction today. If anybody looking for a car, holla at me. I'm headed to the auction. There's a few pieces that I did look at on the auction list that's I'm gonna try to grab up. But other than that, though, yeah, man, it's I like I said, I saw this video. All right, and I have, and I'm gonna get it to the. All right, I want to apologize to y'all because I'm gonna get this all. I'm gonna get this right. Instead of playing it on the phone in the future and all of that kind of stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna have my whole situation ready. Meaning, like when I want to show y'all a video, it's gonna be already uploaded. All I gotta do is hit a button. For now, I'm gonna play it right here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But this person, this is what was, what I'm saying. This ain't me. This is this person.
Let me break it to you boys. The average 23-year-old girl has slept with more men than the average 53-year-old woman. Let that sink in. We're living in a time, and I know this because I used to be a teacher for many years, and I couldn't believe the sexual promiscuity amongst 14, 13, 12-year-old girls, because here's what they had. They had access to Snapchat. They could send nudes of themselves to older boys or whatever it is from the age of 11, 12. Nudes or whatever it is, but it's technically child pornography. They would start so young, and they're living in an era where there's no negativity attached to sleeping around. It's seen as liberating. So by the time a girl is 23 years old, I promise you she slept with more men than a 53-year-old woman, because a 53-year-old woman grew up in a time where she was shamed for sleeping around. There was no sexual liberation. There was a sanctity attached to sexuality. A 22-year-old grew up in a time where Snapchat, twerking, wearing promiscuous clothes, going out, being on social media was all normalized. So if you think that, I'm going to be with a 21-year-old, she's going to have low body count. Guys, what world do you live in? What world do you live in?
All right. So I just played that right quick for y'all. Y'all saw that. That's all. And that's why I put it up, because it made sense. It's not I ain't necessarily put it up because that's my opinion. I told y'all these stupid ass coffees, which I don't even know why I grab them in the morning. These just makes me, it gets my shit going. I'm like, I can feel all this phlegm in hand. I just gotta spit it out, and when I want to go spit it out, it makes me. So anyway, back to the video. I want to apologize for being all gross on the joint, but yeah, she hit the nail on the head. I think, you know what I mean. We're living in a time where there is no shame. You see what I'm saying? In our country, at least where we're at, there is no shame. You know what I mean? If whatever you do is accepted, you could do what you want. And in that lane right there, you could, you know what I mean? That's, again, it takes me back to that train threesome conversation we had week back or whenever that was. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, a girl didn't want you to know you ran a train on her. She didn't want you to know that. That was a secret. And if it was talked about the next day at school, she went home. She was crying, and that kind of stuff. It was shamed back then. Now it's like, nigga, what? So what? Now girls can justify it because y'all doing it. Why can't we do it? You see what I'm saying? They even have that logic. They even look at it from that point of view. Back in the day, they understood why you couldn't do it. You could do what you want. But back in the day, they understood why a male was gonna do it and a woman couldn't do it, because it was things attached to that. Stigmas, shame, embarrassment. Nowadays, whole culture is pushed. Be a hoe. From the door, they telling your little ones to be smuts. From the rip. From young. You see what I'm saying? from young. They're being told, be this way. So it's just like, what we gonna do about it? What we gonna do about it? For those that disagree, you can disagree. Maybe you got a whole other side of the story. I mean, bring it on. Talk about it. I want to see what your point of view is. Because yes, back in my day, we had the Freaknik, and we had again like Lil Kim and Foxy and Kaya. Mind you, when Lil Kim dropped, do I want to say first? Was she the first? Yeah, because like I don't remember women talking about that in hip hop and rap. I remember UNITY, and I remember just rapping, girls rapping, not promoting coochie and selling coochie and popping coochie, and I don't remember that. Not from before Lil Kim. Angela, when you said it's easy for a man to hump on a chick now, it's always that's all men. It's always been that way for a man to be able to just jump on a chick. What makes it super easy today, though, is now they know who they can jump on because y'all are making it very accessible. Y'all leave nothing to the imagination. So, if a guy he lacks self-confidence and he doesn't feel like he can just jump out and talk to certain girls or whatever, he may be looking back. There was a time when you used to say shit like, "She's out of my league." Guys used to look at girls and be like, "Damn, she's too bad for me." What that means is he lacks the self-confidence to go talk to this particular woman. Maybe maybe she knows more people than him. She's a little popular. Maybe she's so pretty that he's blown away by her beauty. All of those things are real. But now it's so easy for you to be like, to see a girl at school or work or wherever you at, all right? See her, know that you want her, and you can't approach this girl, right? You can't approach her confidence wise, like I can't do it. But then you get on this and you get on her, you DM her. Now the accessibility is like, I can say something to her on the low. I can sneak. Look, she just posted a picture of her whole ass out. I know she with it. Fuck it, let me say some slick shit. She hit you with the, "Man, I see you every day. Why I never say nothing to me?" You say some fly shit. "Look, Boop, I'm low, you know what I mean? I don't really be trying to be seen." And next thing you know, y'all going back and forth. You in them yams. It's easy as hell now. Before, you had to actually meet someone. You had to talk to them physically and say, "Yo, how you feeling? I'm attracted to you. What's your name, number? Boom, that's my name. Let's get together." Nowadays, you just jump in the inbox, and if she deny it, and not only that, it gives these women a false sense of confidence as well. It gives them a huge sense of confidence when they DM is blowing up. A huge sense of confidence. You got twos thinking they tens because they niggas is in a DM. And niggas gonna be in your DM, lady, because why? Because you a lady. That's it. That's period. Now, whether you're a good-looking lady or ugly lady or whatever the case may be, men's gonna be in your DM regardless. And if you don't understand that, come on, man, y'all got use your brains. So now you got a false sense of confidence. You just know you it because he in your DM. All of these men is in your DM. So you like, yeah, they niggas feeling me. Y'all say shit like, "I can get your nigga." Duh! Like, unless he is super faithful and that's how he rolling, you gonna get any 90. Come on. Let's make it real. I seen some of these niggas' baby mom get cracked for a pack of Newports and Perk 10 and Four Loko. I mean, right? Hey, man, listen. The accessibility is different than it used to be. And like I said, that false sense of confidence where it's like, "Oh, my DM popping. My DM popping. These niggas in my DM." And or you know, just that whole, man. I bet you there's niggas in every girl DM. I guarantee it. Lizzo girls, girls that traditionally are not attractive to girls that traditionally have low self-esteem and don't think they're attractive to most men, got men in their DMs. I guarantee it. Fully clothed Muslim women got men in their DM. You're not special because niggas is in your DM. I'm not saying you're not special. Don't feel special because niggas is in your DM, because niggas gonna be in your DMs all day. That's men. I mean, you can't see. Look at a girl on Instagram. Look at a picture of go to a post of a female where she's half naked, and look at the creepy comments, bro. Men be like, "You so sexy," heart eyes, and yeah, mama. I read these and I cringe. I'm like, how could he say this to her for people to see, let alone jumping in her inbox and saying that? Like, if you jump in the inbox, that's creepy. They say, look, beautiful, like that's one creep. That's one sense of creepiness. It's a whole nother for you to put yourself out there on the comment section, the comments, for everybody to read it, of you telling this regular 7, 6, 5 that she's a 10 or a 10. You could be telling a 10 that she's a 10. The fact that you're in her comments telling her all of these things gives her a crazy sense of, what? I'm that bitch. Of course they're gonna feel like that. Why wouldn't they? Their DMs is blowing up, their comments is blowing up, they getting mad likes because they posting half naked pictures, or not even half naked. They just women and niggas just creep, so they double tap. Let's be real, man. Let's be real with this topic. You know? I mean, it's not to say that, a beautiful woman ain't a beautiful woman. It's not to say that at all. It's not to bring your confidence down if you got good confidence. It's not to do that either. But just know that your DM being blown up doesn't mean much. You getting a bunch of comments on a half naked picture, or a picture that you took 40 times and then went and picked one of those and then edited that picture and made your face just gorgeous. Come on, y'all. It's a different time today than it was then. So now, not only do you got options, you got limitless options. So this is another reason why relationships don't work. Because the woman or the guy, they both feel like they got options upon option upon option upon option right here. You feel what I'm saying? Right here. I just go to my DMs and see who I could entertain for the moment, and who gonna make me feel a way that we end up in a predicament, an entanglement, if you would. Shit is easy nowadays. It's way harder. It's ridiculous. And not only that. Pause. I know. Listen, I don't want to say no weird ass shit. I don't want to say no weird shit, because I ain't no weirdo. But dead ass, bro. If I was in high school right now, I probably, if I would have, man, listen. If I was in high school right now, or have been going to high school within the last, let's say, 10 years, I probably had like 15 kids, man. And I only say that because y'all know why I say that. Look, I'm at the high school game the other day, and I'm like, this don't make no freaking sense with this shit, fam. I'm so blessed. Thank God that I was raised in a Muslim household, and my daughter, my only daughter, and all my nieces, my nieces feel attached to Islam. So they're not like they not with. I mean, I know they listen to this stuff because it's hard to block them from listening. If they have this, they're going to hear these songs. But They are not interested in that stuff as far as like showing. At least right now, it doesn't look like that way. You know what I mean? But I'm at these games and I'm looking at even middle school girls like, how y'all let y'all daughters out the house like this? A half shirt on a 12-year-old, 15-year-old, 16. Like, what are y'all doing? Ripped jeans to where they rip from the top of the thigh to the shin, all the way down like this. The whole leg is showing. What are we doing? What are we doing? Look at how many nowadays. Look at the rise in teacher student interaction, sexual interaction, and just look at it. Look at it, because it's not natural for you to be. Men are men. I don't care how old you are, man. You're gonna look at shit. You're gonna see shit, and you're gonna see it. And once you see it, your mind gonna say that either looks good or it doesn't. That's just how the brain works, right? You look at it, you visualize, and then boom. It's not even. I don't even know if you can measure the time in which your brain does that. I really don't even know. It literally go like as soon as you see something, you're already judging, if you would. You see what I'm saying? So, yes, the accessibility right now is crazy. The promotion of it is crazy. The ex is and there's an agenda, but you're not peeping the agenda. There's a crazy agenda and you're not even peeping it. That'd be the crazy stuff. I mean, there's females up there that I know who daughters be on social media dressed wild. Not just up here, bro, anywhere. Everywhere, bro. That shit ain't just here. That shit ain't just here. Like, look at what a chick will wear to an award show. Some of these rapper girls or whatever, like a complete see-through where your nipple got a joint over it. Just a little patch, just a little heart shape or square or circle or something. Just cover the nipple part, but everything else, but you got like it's a dress that's made out of like, some material I can't really explain. You know what I'm saying? It's see-through as hell. And she's praised on the red carpet for being buck ass naked. I know a lot of y'all grew up to butt naked, B-U-T-T, but it's actually buck naked. I say butt naked too, but it's the correct term is buck naked. And I didn't want to say buck naked or butt naked first, and then somebody correct me because I missed the grammar police himself and the guy that, like, how people say, now I'm getting on topic right quick, but people be like, oh, this grinds my shit up. The word, people confuse rather and whether. I hate that shit. Rather or not. It's whether or not. Rather you go to the store or it's whether. But let's get back on buck naked and butt naked. It's buck naked, man. And they be butt naked walking around, man. Butt ass naked. Tap you in, hold on. Yeah, I hate that shit. Let me send my man an invite right quick. What on? Appreciate my man for really putting me up on this. Y'all know I've been wanting to do this for a minute. I've been wanting to do this. I've been talking about this podcast stuff for the better part of 20 years, 15. Let me see, since 08. So what we had 16 years ago, and I say 08 because that's when I had the dress code, and we used to sit there and say to each other, "Yo, fam," and we would just record our conversations. I bet you niggas are listening to this shit. We used to do that before podcasting was even a phrase. I was saying this shit, and I'm finally getting started. However many years later, it is what it is. But shout out to my man Manny. I just sent him a request. He about to tap in. We're gonna talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's getting later than I wanted to too, man. I do need to hit this auction. And before I get there, I need to drive the cars. Auction starts at 10:45. I gotta go to the auction, hop in the car, dog it for about 5 minutes, see how I perform. If it's cool, I'll bid on it. If it's not, I'm not. That's how it goes. If anybody out there want to get down, you want to make a couple extra dollars, get with me. If you want to buy and sell cars, get with me. If you need a car just for your own, get with me. I got you. Come on. If you need it, just for your
Yo, bro.
What's your thoughts, my guy?
Let me turn my sound up. What'd you say?
What's your thoughts, my guy? Yeah, Danny, teachers are getting younger. Teachers are. You got teachers now, it's 21, 24, 25. 25 years old teaching 16 and 16-year-olds and 8-year-olds or whatever. I went from 16 to 8. But I know what you mean. You know what I mean? A lot of these teachers, female teachers, a lot of these female teachers is the ones making moves now on the guys.
There you go.
Now, what was you saying?
Now, I was basically agreeing with what you were saying. It's like it'd be weird, right, man? On some real shit, it should be weird because me and somebody else was talking about this like 3 weeks ago. How these young girls now, like how they walk around and how they are dressed, be insane. I had a conversation with my little cousin like 4 or 5 months ago because
Hey Pete, if you're there, I'm tapping you in. I'm gonna send you an invitation in case you want to tap in. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
She walked up. She Muslim. You know, a lot of my family Muslim members are Muslims. So she walked up and she had a kimono on, but she had these jeans on and a tight fitted shirt. And I'm looking like, what are you doing? She told some what? I said, why you got your kimono on, but you dress like that? She said, don't judge me. I said, listen. I said, I'm not judging you. I said, hear me out for 1 second. I said, if you want to have a kimono on, but you show your body and reveal, I said, look at me, I'm your family. If I see that, who else if I'm looking at you and see that, and I'm your cousin, what else men you think gonna look at you and see that? I said, you're not a little girl no more. You're growing up and you're blossoming out. You got all this fitted stuff on and all these boys, everybody looking at you. What are you doing? I mean, cover your body up. If you want to wear your kimono, cover your body up to have your respect. I said, don't just have your kimono on with this tight stuff on, because that's not Islam. That was just on that note. But just period. A lot of people giving this misconception that, oh yeah, I'm gonna let my daughter be. No, because you got grown men. We see it every day, and like you said, it's not something that you're not gonna look at it, but you're gonna see it.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You're not gonna you're gonna walk by. Like I said, I didn't mean to say like girls, women up there. What I meant to say was women friends of mine. Period. Women friends of mine. Period. That's on social media. Be having their daughters dressed in a way, and they on social media. And you're like, yo, like, what? And you as a dude, you know, you don't want to say to them like, yo, your daughter dressed kind of crazy, because that's that you ain't trying to tell them how to parent. But damn, look at your daughter. You letting your daughter showcase all this on social media, the creepiest spot in the world. The creepiest spot in the world, social media. We all know that niggas. I done slid in some chicks DM. So you know, if I'm doing some shit like that,
I mean, we all have. Listen. I ain't perfect. I'm saying we all have.
But I'm saying,
you know what I mean?
if I slid in, you know what other motherfuckers is gonna be doing.
Exactly. And I like to think if I slide in somebody's DM, which has happened in my day, I mean, it's forget what I'm saying. When I see it though, it's the creepy shit. Like as far as like some of the stuff that girls will like screenshot and then post that some of these men be saying. I like the nerve of them. Like for example, bro, who sends random DPs, bro? Who sends random D pics?
I don't know.
But again, it's a double edge, because I know he's a creep by sending you a random D, John. But why is he sending you that though? Now I'm not blaming you, ladies. I'm not placing the blame on you. For example, if you walk down the street butt ass naked and somebody rape you, I'm not sitting up there. I would never justify the reaction to what, but why did this nigga just jump out and do this shit? Not because he's crazy, because he's nuts.
It's like it's crazy because you ever see these girls now? What they do is, I call it the thirst trap.
Oh yeah, exactly. So you thirst trap. There you go. Let's use that word. Y'all thirst trap. Y'all know it. You got to know it. Like the naivety of these women, right? if that's even a word, or see, so sometimes I be thinking they so smart, they play stupid. Like a girl would be like, what? Like act like she don't know
that she's thirst trapping,
right? Like so us as the man sit back like explain like no because now we dumb because we explaining something to somebody that already knows what they're doing who acting like they don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And we stupid enough to believe that maybe she don't know what she's doing.
Nah, man, it's like these girls. You ever see now the thing what they be doing? They'll open their legs up, be filming themselves like this, and then all of a sudden they'll go down and show their panties, and then oh my bad,
drop the phone.
There you go, thirst trapping. My thing is even today with that and everything else is going on, it be just weird to me, man, because I be seeing so much shit now. And you look at people do that, you like come on, shorty. I get it, you cute, you got a nice body, whatever, but
even to lift the leg, it's like a put your your foot's on your foot's flat on the ground. What they'll do is they'll go to the tippy toe, not the tippy toe, but that where you get your heel off and then turn their leg inward, which makes their butt look a little fat. You see what I'm saying? They lift the leg up, turn the leg inward, and their hip goes out. Makes their ass look a little fatter. That's it.
They be that thirst trap, man. It be that thirst trap. It be people thinking that shit is cool. And like I said, you can do whatever you want to do. I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, like you said, with like you saying about the whole high school thing, what you saying is the actual truth. Because at the end of the day, the way these young girls walk around here looking, I'm not saying every generation was better than the next. We're not saying that. But I'm saying that the way they walk around here and the way they look and how you allow your child to go out like that in a society now that's more creepier than ever. With the access of internet, the motherfuckers can make fake profile pages and do anything to lure your little daughters in, and you're allowing them to put themselves out there in that kind of format. Then you will get mad if a person disrespect them. Then you'll get mad if a person says something crazy to them. But you give them that okay to look like that. I mean, like a 14-year-old, 15-year-old girl don't need to be having no tights on, walking down the street. I mean, in my opinion, I just don't think that's something you should be doing. Could you attract them?
There's something hitting the microphone that sounded like a heartbeat. Something.
No, I got people upstairs. They stomping upstairs. You hear that?
Yeah, like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they whoever the kid up there running around.
Man, you gotta live with that shit. Shit. That's crazy.
Now I'm on my chick house, man. I'm over her house. That's a upstairs neighbor.
Well, yeah. So this was more or less this what I started because, like I said, I don't know if you saw the video I played earlier with the woman saying that today's 23-year-old has more bodies than a 53-year-old woman. You know what I mean?
Tyreek tells some Sasquatch feet.
Yeah. And everything we've been talking about is the reason why. If whoever's chimed in, that's the reason why. It's because the accessibility is crazy. The acceptance of it is all crazy. There's no more shame when it comes to, like, they literally say, "I got you, I get your nigga." Like, you're saying something that's like.
You know, you said that they said it's the same. That today's 23-year-old woman got more bodies than a 50-year-old.
Than a 53-year-old woman, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
The way these chicks out here, listen, though, the way these chicks out here just throwing pussy out there, and I'm just being honest, for whatever reason they doing it for money, whatever. These chicks literally will go through, like, there's chicks out here that's literally proud to say.
I mean, the chick out on there the other day said she broke up with her dude, and within 10 days she caught, I forget how many, it was like she traveled for like 10 days and caught 20-something bodies.
That's weird.
Right?
That's, like, for you to sit here to open it as a woman, for you to continually open your leg for different men, for whatever reason you doing it with no care in the world about your, like, just you personally and mental state, you a weird ass motherfucker to me. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. Like, motherfuckers say what you want to say about niggas, but you're a woman. You're a woman. That's a whole different aspect. You letting niggas inside of you, 20, 30 niggas, and you don't give a fuck. If you at the age of 25 and you fuck over 50 niggas between the time you started fucking to the age of 25, you are a weird ass fucking woman to me. You don't give a fuck about life at all. You don't give a fuck about nobody. You don't give a shit about your morals. You ain't got nothing to me.
And her response is going to be coming from a man, right? Now, I think that's where the women got to step up and talk to these women too, these young girls, and say, "Look, whoa, coming from a woman too. That's weird. That's not okay."
That's
But
not okay.
again, it's 24. These people, these women are liberated. They're being it's excused. There is no one telling them it's not okay. Everything today tells them it is okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, think about when we was young, right? How old was you when you came across your first smut?
Smut or sex?
Smut, your first smut tape. Tape. Video.
Tape?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 14 at the house, going searching for shit and found some,
All right, so boom. And then when you watched it, you had to watch it in a specific spot.
Yeah.
Right? And that specific spot is a public place in your home. Not like public, but it's the living room.
The living room. You had no other place.
Right?
And that was in the living room.
And so you couldn't just pop it in at any time because
you had to wait to get out the fucking house.
So you might have to even cut class to watch this. Right? You might have to even cut class because you can't go home, because when you go home,
everybody will be there.
You probably got a sibling that's with you. You know what I mean?
Will be there. You gotta wait till everybody leave.
You gotta wait till everybody. Ain't no waiting up to 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning doing it, because you're in the living room now. Who that? If there's a light beaming from the living room from upstairs, somebody goes, who the fuck is that? So again, but this, boom, you go to Pornhub, you go to any one of these stupid XXXX sites, right? At 7. First of all, you don't even got to look for it. If you could just be on social media and see something that makes you say, "Well, what's that?" And there's a link there, right? And then you just fall into the rabbit hole. So the accessibility is crazy, bro. The accessibility is crazy.
That's what I'm saying, like the social media.
The accessibility is crazy right now. Like, you could be in the it's so crazy. You could be in the middle of the conversation with your young boy. At 4 p.m., you be like, "Oh, yeah." And he go in his room for like 10 minutes and come back out, and he could have just did that. He has no idea. You know what I'm saying? And what sparked it was this.
Squeezed it.
You know what I mean?
I mean, like, listen, man. Like you said,
same thing with these girls, though. They're curious too when they see that, when they see these tapes or when they see these videos. You know what I'm saying? They curious.
They're curious about all. That's what I'm saying.
So,
like,
you know what I mean?
Media made them curious about everything. So when you got social media, you got niggas online doing what they doing. You got women online doing what they doing. You got women kissing women.
What up, Dose?
You got everything, man. We like, there you go. We had to wait till 2 a.m. on us.
Listen, you couldn't even do a 2 a.m. joint because the VCR and take the TV was
noise.
In the living room.
You could hear the noise. You wanted to hear the noise. You wanted
to see all of that. You know what I mean? You wanted to hear it. You wanted to see it. If the light, if somebody get up in the middle of the night with that light beaming on in the living room, they come downstairs and catch you. You couldn't get caught doing that shit.
Yeah, that was weird, man. That was, but see, that was a time at a time. We was at a time where, like I said, my era, when I grew up, man, my era, girls wore little shorts, they wore little skirts and all that. But it was a difference between how they carried themselves than how
a lot of they wore. And it seems like it might be coming back to that right now. Like, but they wore over baggy clothes, man. A lot girls that went to school with me. Like, the thing. Think about this. Think about our era, right? And who was the baddest chicks? When we said the baddest chicks in our era, bro, we literally was talking about right here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
The prettiest chick.
Let's go with Halle Berry. Niggas was in love with Halle's face. Halle Berry body is not, you know what I mean? Nia Long, face.
Yeah.
Aaliyah, left eye. These is all face cards. That's like, whoa. You know what I mean?
I fell in love with Robin Givens off of Boomerang when I saw that body.
Okay, I mean, that was a movie that was R-rated that you weren't supposed to see. That wasn't pushed for your 14-year-old ass. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I fell in love with her with that body, boy. Sheesh.
But you know what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean?
I know. I get what you're saying, though. But it's like I said, man. I'm
visualizing a bad girl when I was in 11th grade. She probably had on a Tommy Hilfiger jumper, some Reebok classics,
Cute it in the motherfucker.
and a flannel over it. Like that. I'm literally seeing that. Tell me that in it, but she pretty as and her hair long.
Shit, and that's what we
Pretty
was
natural beauty, like my man
natural,
Danny
yeah,
said.
yeah, it was all
exactly.
natural beauty.
Straight natural.
Now everything is made up. Everything again, social media.
You had to meet up peeps. You had to call the crib. Hello, can I speak to? Somebody had to answer the phone.
You had to sit on the steps for about a whole month straight in the summertime before you even got to the living room.
Forget about it. You know what I'm saying?
You had to sit on the steps for a whole month straight in the summertime before you even got invited to the living room.
Yo, you
that
can't
was just
even,
the living room. We ain't talking about that.
Now ain't no more hello, can I speak to so and so? Ain't no more hello with so and so home, knocking on the door shit. So like I said, the accessibility for these kids to move fast is right there. You know what I mean? Straight up. They locked in their rooms seeing more digital world than we was when we was actually seeing the world when we was their age. They locked in their rooms exploring.
Like a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Exploring like a mug, bro.
Exploring like a motherfucker, man. This is like, I mean, it's weird, man. But it's the times, man. It's the times we living in, man. That's why I be trying my hardest to protect every little cousin that I got. You let them know, like, look, man, if I'm around you and you dress crazy, I'm coming right at you. Like, what's up? Can we holler at you for a second? Why you got this on?
That ain't okay.
That ain't like why you like and they all know when I come around and they dress crazy, they already know I'm gonna say something. Like, I don't give a fuck what your mom say. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Yo, why you got this on?
Mm-hmm.
Why you got that on? Everybody gonna look at me like I'm not listening. I'm gonna say what's on my mind, because if I don't say what's on my mind, it's gonna be other niggas out there that's gonna be doing the same fucking thing. Listen, why you got that on? That's not good. That's not a good look. Or I want to look cute. I'm just letting you know, if I'm seeing you, other motherfuckers seeing you. So like you drawing too much attention to yourself. That ain't cool right there. I mean, them body suits, them tights and all that ain't cool because y'all growing up. Y'all not little girls no more that we can, pick up and laugh and joke with. Y'all becoming young ladies that's gonna become women. And right now, what you doing, you're following other things. Come on, cut it out. I'm gonna say something. They know I'm gonna say something. Everybody gonna look at me, whatever. I don't care. You
and that's how they gonna look at you, man, because the world is pushing it in a different direction. You weird for saying something.
Yeah, basically, and that's what that bothers me, right? Because when they call you weird as a man for trying to protect someone that you got love for and you love, that's weird to me. I'm trying to protect you. I want you to have that kind of, that response, that morals in you. That hold up, maybe my cousin's telling me something for real. Because again, it ain't just young niggas that's gonna be looking at you. It's gonna be older niggas that's gonna be looking at you. And believe me, they just more creepier than the younger niggas.
I mean, the sentence right alone says it.
There you
older
go.
Nigga looking at you. Shit. The fact that
they're looking at you.
The fact that not only did he see you, but he saw you.
Saw you and he looking like he's.
Nah, I mean he see you. Okay, all right. Celia, let me see what Celia said. I don't necessarily think that girls are dressing more provocatively. How the fuck you?
I
can't even. Let me finish reading this. Let me read it out loud because Daisy Dukes. All right, she gonna give us. Let's digest her whole thing before we start judging what she said. I don't necessarily think the girls are dressing more provocatively. Remember Daisy Dukes and crop tops, tube tops. Back when I was young too, I just think there was more of a stigma about being a hoe. People didn't want to be called a slut hoe, a hoe, and all that. People don't even care about that anymore. Do people even call people sluts and hoes? Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like people don't call people that anymore. Everyone tiptoes around everyone's feelings. Yes and no, Celia, because your first sentence is completely They are definitely dressing more provocatively. Definitely.
Way more provocative.
We're not talking about Daisy Dukes, that one-off. We're not talking about the one-offs. We're talking about in general. When you go to these schools, when you see these kids at these gatherings, they are dressed like, look at my body, period. Like that's what it is.
Matter of fact, I could go to a motherfucking page right now.
Well, we ain't gonna do that. I'm just saying now. Yes, you got your one-offs.
You could go to a page right now and see somebody then in 21 to 18, 19, like they be having their little shit going, like what the fuck, like that shit.
We talking about 15, 16, 14. We talking about little
coming like you be having motherfuckers. You know how that shit, You know how you be going through your Facebook and they show you like other pages that's possibly popping.
Mhm.
You look at the shit like, what the fuck? They nah. Come on, get the fuck out of here. These is young girls out here and they be having these social media pages doing crazy shit. Like, come on, man. Everybody look at and everybody not seeing like that's okay. Nah, that's not okay.
Now, what she said, which
I hear what she's saying.
Which
I hear
I
what
believe
she's
is
saying. She
correct.
right
People that want to be called a slut and all of that. And you're right. I mean, back then there was a stigma. We understand that. Today, like that's what we're saying. Today it is pushed. Today there's an agenda push, like liberated women and women will be what you want to be and all this kind of stuff. We get all of that. You know what I mean? You got the power to be what you want, but understand there's gonna be something that come with that. Now today, they're not afraid to be called any old type of name. But the fact that you don't think they're dressing more provocatively, they are definitely dressing more provocatively. You see what I'm saying? Definitely dressing more provocatively nowadays. There's not more balance. Where's the queen, the Latifah? Exactly. There's no balance. There's none. There is zero. You know what I mean? And if there is a balance when it comes to the creativity part, when it comes to the marketing part, there is no balance. Nobody's pushing. It's not being pushed. You don't have the Lauryn Hills. You don't have the Queen Latifahs. You don't have the MC Lights. You don't have like for example, Rhapsody. Rhapsody will out rap a lot of these girls, but she don't talk none of that garbage. So they're not pushing. She dressed regular. She ain't showing her stuff off, but they're not pushing that. You know what I mean? They'll push it. They'll push a Doja Cat they'll push a Doja Cat or who I don't know her personally.
Sexy Red.
But when I say Doja Cat, I'm just talking about even with the mental state. We see how she just mentally went left. It seems like when they tried to paint that picture, they tried to paint a picture where boom, she want to cut her hair and just start all kinds of stuff. But then in the devil videos and all of that, like these are the things that were no back in the day. Like you couldn't have no video with the devil and what? Pushing boundaries. I'm not even, that's more than a boundary. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can have your artist creativity, but Jesus, if you would. God damn, like man. It's just a different time we live in. It's a different time. You know what I'm saying? And they allowing the powers that be, I know they know what they're doing when there is no balance. When there is no balance, you gotta know they know what they're doing, dog. They pushing it. You know what I'm saying? They got whole pedophile rings out here, fam.
This should be like I said. This shit is different, dog.
But it's 9:44, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta tap in. I gotta go to the auction. I already told y'all that. So it's been
it's been
real,
great.
Yeah, it's been real tapping in with you, my guy. I appreciate everybody that tapped in, and I'm gonna get with y'all later. Remember, if it ain't dumb loud, it's just dumb. And this has been
Stir the pot.
Let's get it.